Welcome to the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie, powered in part by the Denton Arts and Music Awards and Classic of Denton.
Stuck in morning traffic on the way to a job I hate, wondering how we've come this far and what will be our fate. I've been worried the air's too dirty, one day we'll just choke and die. Seems as more time goes by, trees getting hard to find. I'm gonna walk beyond the city lights where a few still dare to go. Learn things about beauty only a fading iris knows. Goodbye to my favorite parking lot, I'm leaving as quick as I can. Gonna disappear and grow my beard and be a mountain man, alright. Well, I gotta stop reading the paper, staying up watching TV. There's chatter in my brain and commercials in my dreams. This place was once a forest, from sea to shining sea. Now I'm tired of all this concrete, need some earth beneath my feet. I'm gonna walk beyond the city lights where a few still dare to go. Learn things about beauty only a fading iris knows. Goodbye to my favorite parking lot, I'm leaving as quick as I can. Gonna disappear and grow my beard and be a mountain man. Pick it, Grigsby. All right. Well, I'm leaving behind my cell phone so they can't track me down. I can't tell anyone where I'm going since I don't know where I'm bound. I hope you won't be offended, but you're not part of my plan. So know that I will be where I can see the stars again. I'm gonna walk beyond the city lights where a few still dare to go. Learn things about beauty only a fading iris knows. Goodbye to my favorite parking lot, I'm leaving as quick as I can. I'm gonna disappear and grow my beard and be a mountain man. What unemployed hippie wrote this? Sorry, Mom. Gonna walk beyond the city lights where a few still dare to go. Learn things about beauty only a fading iris knows. Goodbye to my favorite parking lot, I'm leaving as quick as I can. Gonna disappear and grow my beard and be a mountain man. Gonna grow a big weird nasty beard and be a mountain man.
Woo. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us here on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie here on Denton Radio. And we have Matt Grigsby here tonight. And that was, the name of the song was Mountain Man.
Mountain Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. So you're going to leave us all for the mountains, huh?
Yeah.
I would
Been
too.
threatening for years.
Oh, nice. We were just talking about going camping and whatnot. I'm like getting the itch to go out into the wilderness, and that sounds pretty inviting right now. So thanks, guys, for coming out here and watching us or tuning in or whatever it is you're doing right now. But it is a beautiful evening, and we're going to enjoy some more music shortly. But we're going to get to chit-chat with Matt here for a second and figure out who he is. I know a lot of people know who Matt Grigsby is already, but for those that are either hiding under a rock or choosing to just ignore all of the, the social media hoopla. What's going on with Matt?
I've been trying to find myself too.
Have you? You might not be lost. It's okay.
Maybe. I took a little time off from playing for January, but I'm getting back into it.
Yeah.
Still hosting the open mic every week, and been busy with the Songwriters Guild.
Yeah, you're a busy person. Yeah, you're super busy. I know I've made a point to go out to your open mics, and I always rave about them. I absolutely love the quality of artists that you pull into the open mics, and I'm not gonna lie, I always jot down names, and I'm like, hey, the Denton vibe, you know. So it's
lucky to live in a town like Denton where there's so much talent to be found.
Definitely, and it's always just a melting pot of all kinds of talent. So it's always fun, and I just absolutely love hearing the music, whether it be you or some of the other people. And I go out there and sketch. It's kind of chill, you know. Yeah. Get a show, and you can kind of do a little bit of, you know, whatever
creative work.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So how'd you get involved with all this? How did you come into music? And you're an amazing songwriter.
Well, when I moved to Denton, and I was like 20 years old, I think. I just started learning to play the guitar. So musically, I kind of grew up here. Yeah. And just started going to open mics and watching different musicians, and you know, still in their moves.
Musical plagiarism. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, joined like a little bluegrass band, apocalyptic bluegrass. That's what we called ourselves. We were the Poison Whiskies.
Nice.
But you know, just kept doing it, and eventually. Couple friends and I, we'd been talking about something like the Denton Songwriters Guild for years, and somebody actually put the Facebook page up, and then we had to do it. So
nice. They committed you.
Been trapped ever since.
So, okay, for people that don't know what the Songwriters Guild is, kind of give them a little brief synopsis of what is it, and what does it involve?
Okay. Well, we like to say we've been breaking writer's block since 2015. Nice. And we're an educational nonprofit. We meet once a month. We always have a songwriting challenge prompt, just to keep people writing. There's no rules. You can use the prompt however you wish. And so we have like a little songwriting challenge, and we vote on a winner. You get a little certificate. There's no money or anything, of course. And we'll have open discussions about songwriting. Say we've talked about breaking through writer's block, or you know, what makes good lyrics. Or this month we're gonna talk about resistance that gets in the way of the creative process. What we run into that keeps us from creating at our best. And sometimes we'll do workshops. We've done speed writing or brought in people to talk about their experience with songwriting, and we hope to do that more in the past. Bring in industry experts to talk about, you know, legality and promotions and booking gigs and stuff. And you know, we never charge a due. It's always open to the public.
Very cool.
Anybody of any songwriting skill level, whether you're brand new or have been doing it for years. We've had people who had never written songs before the guild, and we've had people who've been writing songs for years. So
very cool. So that's interesting you say that, because I actually had someone that just asked me, Ellie, how do you write songs? I'm like, I write poetry. I mean, I guess you could do a song out of some of it, and they're like, let's try to write songs out of your poetry while they sing. And I was like, I've never thought about that. I would like to learn how to do that. So it's like those kinds of classes would be beneficial to anybody who wants to transition or try to put music to some of their, because we have a lot of poets here too. So, I mean, it can't be too far, but I'm sure there's some, you know, structural nuances that you want to adhere to make and create a song.
Well, we've had poets get involved with the guild before and collaborate.
Oh, nice.
With musicians and come up with some good stuff. So
interesting. So I'm gonna have to drop it. Dang it! Another thing to add to the calendar. I know you've been sending the invites. I'm like, I'm gonna get to one of those.
Yeah.
I'm really curious because I would like to learn too. So you have beginners and you have people of all skill levels, and they just spit out songs. And you guys just have you ever had a beginner win the?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We had we had a member win with their very first song.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Anybody want to be challenged enough to go and do this? I need to do it. I need to just get in there and do it.
You know, anybody who's attending gets to vote on their favorite song.
Oh, okay.
Right. So people who have never been actually, you know, usually do pretty well. Like
nice.
Me, having been there the whole time, I just won one for the first time in like over a year. And they're like, no, we'll never let Grigsby win.
So that's funny. I know I was there at one of your open mics, and you happened to say what one of the prompts was, which was, if you're not familiar with the prompt, it's just a topic or theme, obviously, that is going to encourage you to write to that theme. Mm-hmm. And I think the last one I heard was, I must have been crazy.
Right, that was last month.
Yeah.
And so the new one is This Old Dog.
Oh, nice.
And the next meeting is on the Wednesday the 20th. We meet one Wednesday a month.
Okay. So, that's pretty doable. You're not like going every week and stuff. So
no, a song a month.
That's pretty cool. So how big is your group right now?
We average 15 to 20 people per meeting, but we had this past one we had 16 people write a song.
Oh, nice.
For the prompt, and that's a good amount of people.
Does everybody write one, or is it just the usual people that come in and?
There's you're not forced to write the song or anything, so we have members who regularly have a song every meeting, and we have people who maybe write one every 3 or 4. It's just whatever comes to you, and what's going on in your life, whether you have time to sit down and work on it. I'm notorious for waiting until the very last minute, writing my song the day of.
That would be me. That would be me, definitely. So you're also doing the open mic, which is obviously we've already talked about it. So how'd you get involved with that? Whose brainchild was that? Was it yours? Was it somebody else committing you?
Kind of. I've hosted open mics for years. I was originally Bone Doggy's interim open mic host over at Banter.
Yeah. Oh,
and then when he went over to the Abbey Underground, I took over there at Banter for their last 2 years.
I miss Banter.
I've hosted a couple others and was retired for a while, and they pulled me back in. But the Denton Songwriters Guild, Armadillo Ale Works has kind of become our home.
Yeah.
We've been meeting
there.
Great
place.
It is. And we've been meeting there every month for several months now, and they didn't have an open mic. There was no Thursday night open mic at all. Mm-hmm. We've lost some venues that had open mics and such, so the community was kind of primed for it, and we talked about it, decided to go for it, discussed it with the managers there at Armadillo, and they went for it. So
I'm glad they did.
Here we go, and we do a family-friendly, all ages, and hoping to emulate the open mic there at Banter, because that was a really great open mic.
Yeah, I remember. I think you guys used to do open mic right after Lost Poet Lounge sometimes.
Oh,
so I would always see people coming in for the open mic, and I really miss Banter. Banter was our first home, and that was it was in 2014, and it felt just like home being there. So I do miss that. So I want to hear another song, if you'll grace us with another song.
Okay, sure.
Yay.
I'll play my I Must Have Been Crazy song.
Oh, nice.
I'll try to shorten it.
No, you're good.
This is called My Drunken Crown. Feel good for the first time in a long time. I don't have to wonder what I did last night. Didn't try to drown myself or all my sorrow. I'm open to the day, ready to face tomorrow. And I feel loving for the first time in a long time. And I never seen the sky seem so blue. I never heard the wind whispering sweet secrets. And I never felt a moment be so true. Take my drunken crown, I accept defeat. Tired of stumbling down these crooked streets, passing up a love so strong. Life gets hazy when you're so far gone. When I answered the bottle's call, I was trapped behind a cold glass wall, stuck singing the same sad song. I must have been crazy to be so numb for so long. I feel alive for the first time in a long time. It hurts, but it's getting better, bit by bit every day. May the past be nothing but a good lesson. For everyone and everything, in every way. Take my drunken crown, I accept defeat. Tired of stumbling down these crooked streets, passing up a love so strong. Life gets hazy when you're so far gone. I answered the bottle's call, I was trapped behind a cold glass wall, stuck singing the same sad song. I must have been crazy to be so numb for so long. And chain my heart, restore my mind, let my burdens fall, until I find who I was hiding from all along. And I must have been crazy, I must have been crazy to be so numb for so long.
That's an amazing song.
Thank you.
I absolutely loved it. Man, so where can we find your music on social media? Because I know I'm hooked. I hope everyone else gets hooked.
Thank you. I'm easiest place is my website at mattgrigsbymusic.com. Mm-hmm. My latest record is over a year old now. Worthy of Love is on Spotify and iTunes.
Nice.
Matt Grigsby, Worthy of Love.
It's already been a year?
Over a year.
Man, that went by quick. When's the next one?
I got enough songs.
Yeah, I know you do.
Don't have any money.
All right, send funding.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I do hope to record again this year. At least one album.
Yeah.
An album and an EP if I can pull it off. But
hopefully
it's tough. One album's a lot of work. So
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
It took a long time to do the last one.
It's a great one. I've listened to it and I loved it. So
thank you.
But so what else do you have going on aside from your obviously full load of music. What else are you involved in going on around town, or
trying to do less and less?
hang out more?
Hang out more.
Yeah.
You know, we're starting to have to do work with for the Denton Folk Festival.
Yeah, that's right. You were just talking about that earlier. So you're involved. You have your hand in that too, huh?
Well, the Denton Songwriters Guild is the organization behind that. So.
Very cool. And so for those of you that don't know, the Denton Folk Festival will be held at when is it going to be?
This year we're moving to October. It'll be the first weekend of October.
You know what? That's going to be a great festival for October. For some reason, I just like hearing folk music, singer-songwriter stuff in the fall. Yeah. It just kind of goes hand in hand for me. So perfect timing.
It's risky weather-wise, but this past one we had it in April.
Yeah.
And the weather was freezing.
Yeah.
The whole weekend was freezing. So I was like, well, if the weather's going to be bad, it can be bad at any time in the year.
There you go.
So
you have a better chance, I think, in October. That would be a nice pair.
I think so.
Are you going to have cider and caramel apples? I'm there if you do. I'm
there.
Now. Okay, thank you. That's pretty cool. So we'll be looking for the announcement for that, and you can find information on. Now, does the Singer-Songwriter Guild have the website as well? I'm sure it does.
There's the DentonSongwritersGuild.com.
Okay, very cool. And before you leave us today, will you do one more song, please?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yay.
Since it's spring-like weather, I'm going to do a cold weather song.
Okay, you can do cold weather songs, but I like it warm in here because I'm always freezing.
I've never actually been to Minnesota.
Oh, no.
But this is a Minnesota love song.
Nice.
Oh, good golly, that's a doozy of a snow out there. Can't even see the road. Guess we're stuck at home. I'll stoke the fire. How about you make some coffee? We can watch reruns of hockey just like we always do. With you here by my side. Notice the hours passing by. Could be this way forever. No, I gotta tell ya, I'm one lucky fella to be stuck here alone with you. The joy you bring is like my own personal spring. Wouldn't change a thing about this night. Used to walk this life alone, with a heart of frozen stone, before you found me. And I love you, don't you know? Don't you know I love you, don't you know? And you betcha I always will. You took an ice pick to my chest and now I'm melting with passion. And baby, I'm burned for you. Fire crackles along to our Minnesota love song. I forget the world is cold outside. Our hands are clasped, your head's on my shoulder. I'm excited to get older with you. Time does not exist with a happiness like this. It's all thanks to you. And I love you, don't you know? Don't you know I love you, don't you know? And you betcha I always will. You took an ice pick to my chest and now I'm melting with passion. And baby, I'm burned for you. walk this life alone, with a heart of frozen stone, before you found me. And I love you, don't you know? Don't you know I love you, don't you know? And you bet you always will. You took an ice pick to my chest, and now I'm melting with passion. And baby, I'm burned for you. I said, baby, I burn for you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was awesome. And I'm so glad that you got to be a part of tonight. So glad to have you here. Consider yourself invited anytime.
I love Denton.
Well, don't show up anytime, because then we'll be like, what's Matt doing here? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But it was such a beautiful performance on all three of your songs, and that's why you are being nominated for a Denton Arts and Music Award. So
Yes.
congratulations for that. I did want to mention that.
Thank you.
So he is one of the nominees. You guys check it out and vote for whoever your favorites are on the Denton Arts and Music ballots. Make sure you get them in by
Like
this
the 10th.
this Friday, I believe. Yeah, I think they have to have them in before this Friday. Correct me if I'm wrong, and somebody drop a message in the feed if not. But definitely come out to the Denton Arts and Music Awards, February 15th. There's going to be a lot of performers. There's going to be a lot of fun. It's a masquerade theme. You guys have a lot of fun. I believe they still have VIP tickets or seats left, so definitely come out and have some fun with us. And our own Jake Laughlin, Mr. Denton himself, is nominated, as well as a few other people. So thank you for being here, Matt. I really enjoyed your performances, and I will hang out with you during the week at the open mic. And thanks for sharing your music. You guys have a good evening. We'll see you next week on the Denton Vibe with Diva Girl Ellie.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.